Hi, this is Patrick Ball. Welcome to this morning's practice session of Guitar Gems. As we've talked about, the first thing we do every time we play the guitar is we place our tuner and we check the tuning of each string. That's the first step. E, A, D, G, B, E. Looks good. First thing we do after we set the tuning is we always warm up our fingers. There's a couple ways to do that. The first thing you might want to do is just stretch them a little. Not a lot, but just stretch them a little to get them warmed up. This will help with your fingering and the placement of your fingers. Remember, the goal is to strengthen and allow your fingers to make the transitions as you run up and down the neck. So what I always try to do is I always start by doing this. Notice, I'm not really worried about being precise. What I'm worried about is getting my fingers loosened up. That's really the goal here. The precision comes with the practice, and what we'll do is we'll practice with the metronome. That's how we practice at different speeds on the metronome. The question arises, when do you play a song? That's what always confused me in playing guitar. I've discovered that there's so much about the language of music I didn't understand that I didn't know how to play a song. And I've also learned that when you ask most people that learn music, they start with a piano. And a piano is very different than playing a guitar. On piano, it seems you learn a tune. But on guitar, are you a rhythm guitar player? Are you a lead guitar player? Are you a bass guitar player? Or can you play it all? That's the question. Now, when I started playing guitar, I wanted like everyone. I wanted to play like Jimmy Page, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I wanted to play like Eddie Van Halen. I wanted to play like Keith Richards and Chet Atkins and Tommy Emmanuel and all of those guys that make it look so easy. But you come to realize that those guys have been playing their whole life and they're masters at it. So what do? How do you start? That's been my biggest challenge all along. So I started with something what seemed simple at the time. I went back to the old music of Buddy Holly, the music of, let me think, mostly Buddy Holly. I think I spent a lot of time with Buddy Holly because I realized that Buddy Holly did most of his songs with 3 chords. And I thought, well, 3 chords, I can do that. I can master 3 chords, but there were things I didn't do. So Lori asked me to play a song. So I thought I'd go back to the Buddy Holly tunes and see if I could play a Buddy Holly song. 3 chords shouldn't be an issue. So this is what I came up with. That simple song is Words of Love by Buddy Holly. That's the entire rhythm part of the song. It's an A chord, it's a D chord, and it's an E chord. A for 4 beats, D for 2 beats, and E for 2 beats. Now, I didn't even understand what a beat was. I didn't even understand how it all fit together. So when I played this, it didn't sound like a song at all. Because I wasn't able to sing along, I was still learning how to play the chords. So a song was just a bunch of gibberish, really. And I got frustrated and thought, I'll try something else. So I was all over the map. I tried everything. I would listen to a song that I liked and I thought, well, I can play that. So I'd go on the internet, I'd find the music for it, I'd find the tabs for it, and I'd try to play it. And I'd learn to play sections of leads. That's all I could play. If I tried to play the rest of the song to make it fit in, it didn't sound like the song because I never learned to play a melody. On a guitar, playing a melody is a lot more difficult because they teach you to play the rhythm. And if you don't hear the rest of the song in your head, or you're able to sing it or play it on a piano, it doesn't seem to fit, and you just get frustrated. That's the challenge I had when I started playing guitar. So I would ask everyone, how do you learn to play guitar? And they would say to me, well, you have to decide. Do you want to play rhythm? Do you want to play lead? Do you want to play bass? I didn't know. I didn't know the difference. I wanted to play music. But music was something that wasn't that simple to play. Because as I started guitar lessons, my instructor asked me, what chords can you play? And I played a few chords. Okay, what music do you like? I'd say, well, I'd like to play some Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'd like to play Boston. I'd like to play Chet Atkins. He quickly said to me, well, that's a little bit beyond your skill level. So here's what we're going to do. Let's start off by playing the G chord as we did in our sessions, but let's play a song using that chord. So I did. Well, I didn't really, because as he was playing the song, as he tried to get me to learn the song, he would play the lead part while I was to play the rhythm. However, there was so much information coming at me so fast, I didn't know what he was doing and I couldn't keep up. I couldn't play the chords because he would give me chords like a sus4 or something that I didn't even know what it meant. So my brain was processing all of this. I was supposed to be tapping my foot. I was supposed to be changing chords. I was supposed to be strumming, which I couldn't do because I hadn't developed that rhythm. I hadn't developed the understanding of how it all fit together yet. So playing a song became very frustrating. So I had to start from scratch, and that's what we're going to do now. I have the metronome set to 80 beats per minute. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to run up and down the neck, and I'm doing it in time with the metronome, but I want to set a timer so I don't spend too much time. Hey Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, and that's starting now.
Now, notice, one of the things that I've done is I'm focusing on trying to make the beat. Once I lose focus, then I make a mistake. But the point is, I want to try to focus for a set period of time in order to make that work, to learn muscle memory, to learn where my fingers go. I have to do it until it becomes a habit. That's the real challenge.
Now, here's today's thought for the day from Henry Ford. Before everything else, getting ready is the secret of success. Thanks for watching this episode of Guitar Gems. We'll see you next time.